Hi guys, welcome back to Buster's Book Reviews. Now, last week we did the third Nora Roberts book, Chasing Fire. Well, today we've got our third Dean Koontz book. And this is one that is pretty recent. And I finished it not all that long ago. And it's called Ashley Bell. Okay, in this book, you got this chick named B.B. Blair. She's this cool girl. She's really sweet. She's got a family that loves her, a boyfriend that's fighting over in the war, and she got this good friend named Pogo who works with her dad. And her dad owns a surfboard shop because she's a surfer, he's a surfer, and her dad and mother used to be surfers, and they're just kind of a cool family. But but everything's going good for BB. She's got her these kids' books published. She's a writer, and she likes to write about this little dog. It goes on all these adventures and stuff. But one day she starts to get really sick. She's like almost paralyzed, and she gets really sick. She can't move, and she calls her mom and desperate to know what's going on. Her mother comes, helps her get onto the emergency room, and that's where they get the most horrible news of all. They run all the tests and everything, and it turns out that BB has this rare form of brain cancer, and it's so bad that the doctor tells her that she's only got 1 year to live. BB's a determined girl, and she's always been able to overcome stuff, and she just says, "We'll see." And then all of a sudden she just believes. She has a dream and about this dog, and it comes and licks her hand in the night, and then nobody can find this dog later on the tape or nothing, or the man with him. And when she wakes up, she feels all better, and they run all the tests, and somehow all of her brain cancer is gone. It's gone, and she's totally healed, and the doctors don't know what in the world's going on. They want to do blood tests on her, possibly find out if she has a natural immunity or something like that, and she's just a miracle of science. And so when she gets out of the hospital, her parents send her, actually they send this woman to her house. And when BB gets into her house, there's this woman waiting for her with candles and everything. She's kind of like this big built woman, and she gives her a massage and everything. But she's something like a fortune teller too, because she uses these little tiles with letters on them, and can kind of predict and ask questions from the other world, But she says they have to be very careful doing it, because the bad people can sense when they're doing that, and they'll hunt them down. And okay, so she wants to know. BB basically wants to know why. Why was she spared? There had to be a reason that her cancer went away and everything. And they asked the question, and it says to save a life. But whose life? And they finally figured out, and it's a girl named Ashley Bell. That she has to save this girl named Ashley Bell. But the bad people sense what they're doing, and now they're coming for them. The big woman panics, and she's like, "You got to get away from me. I got to get away from you. You go that way. I go that way. We ain't hanging out together because these bad people are coming." Okay, so then the really bad people get after BB, and she has to go on the run in disguises and everything. And turns out there's this dude that basically he's the leader of the cult, and he basically wants to be the next Hitler. He wants to wipe out people that's not worthy and have one master race or whatever. And BB goes about in the whole book getting away, trying to get away from these people. Now, I said her boyfriend was overseas. Her boyfriend keeps getting this bad feeling while he's fighting a war, and he feels like she needs him somehow. And then finally he gets out of what he's doing, he finishes his mission, and he goes back home. And the odd thing is, when he gets there, we got BB going all over the place trying to get away from these people. But guess what? She's still laying in the hospital bed. Like, what in the world is going on? Seriously. But then the weird thing that starts to happen, everything that happens to BB that we're reading, like if she gets a black eye or something, it shows up on her face while she's still in the hospital bed. Well, I don't like to spoil these books or nothing. I won't tell you what's going on, but it's a big mystery, and you gotta read it to figure it out. Because I mean that was a big twist, and then the whole book ends up going into left field. You got twists and turns everywhere, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. Why is she getting all these wounds on her and stuff, laying in a hospital bed? Supposedly not doing nothing, but she's doing a lot. I'll tell you what. But him and Polgo, they go on trying to figure out. They go through her stuff, and they go through their own mystery of what's going on and everything. And she's got some secrets in her past too that you got to figure out. There's just so much in this book that you got to figure out. And it's a very good book. And I'll be honest, it was the first newer Dean Koontz book I've been able to get into in a while. There's been a few of his newer stuff I just wasn't able to get into. But this one I was. Now, I debated on how many stars to give it. But I liked it better than a lot, but not quite as good as like the Odd Thomas series, you know, and some of my other favorites. So, but it's still a good book to read. So that's why I give Ashley Bell by Dean Koontz 4 stars. It's definitely worth the read. It's got interesting characters. BB's a good heroine, and an interesting, fast-paced story that you like. Don't really get slow in too many places, I don't think, but I definitely recommend it. Now, okay, this will do it for this episode of Buster's Book Reviews, and I'll try to get back with some more as soon as I can. And like Chris always says, he's going to try to get some writing news out and stuff as soon as his new book comes up. Subscribe to the channel, follow more for Old Buster, and that'll do it for this episode. And like I always say, happy reading.